We got big books, big money, and a whole lot of information. So grab your vibe juice and meet me back here in the comic room. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Keep It Comics. As always, I am your host, C3. I know, 2 videos in 1 week. We're on a roll, baby. Keep up. This is what it is. All right? So, I've got a top 10 list that you're not going to want to miss. And if this is your first time stopping by checking out the channel, what I like to do is talk about books over here while they're speculating on other books over there. So you guys know the routine. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, but definitely make sure you ring that bell so every time I do a video, you don't miss out, because we drop a lot of good content on the regular over here. And remember, it's good vibes only, ladies and gentlemen. So check your nonsense at the door. We're only here for the love of the hobby, which is to enjoy comics. All right? So, coming in at number 10, let's kick this thing off. There's been a lot of different versions of this book, but this one is one of the more better versions. And I'm talking about Anne Rice's Interview with a Vampire, issue number 1. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this book was published by Innovation. They released it on January 1st, 1991. Now, a book like this, a book of this caliber, is always in demand. So regardless what time of year it is, what season, what's going on, what's playing in the theaters, or is what's not, a book like this is always worth adding to your collection. So let's talk numbers. The last recorded sale for this book was on August 24th of 2022, where CGC 9.8 went for $500, ladies and gentlemen. This book is currently trending upward at 0.24%. All right. Now, the average sale for CGC 9.8 in this book is $500, while the average sale for a raw copy, get this, is $9. And that's for a book in fine condition. All right. So there's been 83 raw copies of this book that have sold, and there's been 2 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 85 copies of this book that has changed hands on the secondary market. Now, like I said, the highest known sale for this book was back in August 24th, which was yesterday, where this book sold for $500, ladies and gentlemen. So, and fair market value has this book resting at $9 for a raw copy that's in fine condition. So if you are in the market for a book such as Interview with the Vampire, issue number 1, keep your eye out on this book because it's on the move. All right? Coming in at number 10, this is a book that we all know and love. We were excited when this book dropped. We were so excited that prices soared, right? And I'm talking about Boom Studios' Something is Killing the Children, coming in at number 9. Yes. So the key factor to this book is it's fire. It's fire. And it's the first appearance of Erica Slaughter. Now, last recorded sale for this book was on August 21st of 2022, where a CGC copy of this book went for $910. This book is also trending upward, ladies and gentlemen, at 3.29%. Now, the average sale for a CGC 9.8 is about $926. And the average sale for a raw copy of this book, in near mint condition, but it's a raw copy, it's going to go for roughly about $465 to $475. Now, there has been 710 raw copies that have sold, and there's been 436 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 1,146 copies of this particular book that has changed hands on the secondary market. Now, if you go back to May 20th of 2021, you remember where CGC 9.8 of this book sold for $1,760. That's when the book was fuego, hot off the presses. Everybody wanted it. It was an excellent story, very well paced, just characters and world building, development. It was just, everything was on point. James Tynion IV killed this book. right? But now you can see that it's kind of cooling off a little bit. So if you're in the market to try to get your hands on this book, fair market value has it resting at $465 for the most common grade of a raw copy, which is like probably about anywhere between a 9.0 to a 9.5, a 9.4. You can get that for about $465. All right. So if you're in the market for something that's killing the children, issue number 1, keep your eye out on this book, because it too is on the move, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me. Coming in at number 8, we have a book that is published by Marvel. And I had to place this one on the list for all my Fantastic Four fans. And I'm talking about Fantastic Four, issue number 52. And this is the first appearance of the Black Panther. Now, we all know with Black Panther number 2 coming out, there's a lot of speculation surrounded around, will Shuri be Black Panther? Will we see Eric Killmonger back? We don't know any of that. Everybody's speculating on the new guy that showed up in the Black Panther comic book. Maybe it's a possible appearance that he could make. We don't know any of that right now. But what we do know is Black Panther will forever be hot. And it's a book that you must have in your collection. So let's talk numbers. All right? So the last recorded sale for this book was back on August 24th of 2022, where a raw copy of this book sold for $810. All right? And that was in very good condition. Now, this book is currently trending down right now, which I deem it a perfect opportunity, right? This is strike while the iron's cold territory right here. This book is down at 1.28%. And the average sale for a CGC 6.5 is roughly about $1,564. And the average sale for a raw copy is about $752. So there's been 979 copies of raw copies that have sold, and there's been 1,033 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 2,012 copies of this particular book that has changed hands on the secondary market. Now, this book is still in demand, so don't sleep on this book. Now's a good opportunity to get your hands on Fantastic Four issue number 52. Remember, the highest known sale for this book in the CGC 9.8 was back in February 18th of 2016, where that book sold for $83,650, ladies and gentlemen. Whew. Yes, for the 9.8. All right. So for all my big spenders out there, more power to you. Do you? Me? I have one of these in the copy. I have one of these in the collection, but I have to be honest. When I purchased mine, I did overpay for it. I overpaid just a little, not a lot, not enough to cry about, but I overpaid for it. But but I'm looking to get a second copy, and with these prices, they look real tempting. I think now is the perfect time to strike while the iron is cold, right? Fair market value has this book resting at $752 for the most common grade of a raw copy, which is in very good condition. All right, that'll be about the 3.0 to the 4.5 mark. So if you're in the market for Fantastic Four issue number 52, keep your eye out on this book, because it's on the move, guys. All right, moving right along, coming in at number 7. Now, this is strictly a spec book for me. All right, and I just want everybody to know that this is a book just to keep on your radar as we move through the series that's on Disney Plus right now. And I'm talking about Red She-Hulk issue number 58, the Greg Horn 1 in 50 variant. Yeah, whew, that joint fire. Now listen, I'm specking on this book because I figure we've got She-Hulk on the screen now, so they gotta show us the Red She-Hulk. She's gotta pop up at some time, right? So Marvel released this book on October 3rd of 2012. The key factor to this book is that it's just fire. It's just fire, and I'm excited. It's a Greg Horn cover. It's a 1 in 50. If Red She-Hulk hits that big screen, man, sky's the limit, right? So the last recorded sale for this book was on August 24th of 2022, where a CGC 9.8 of this particular book was sold for $825. Now, this book is showing some gains. Now, this book is up 0.9%, maybe not a lot, but it is showing movement, and it shows that others are anticipating that there's a strong possibility that the Red She-Hulk could be seen on screen. Maybe not this particular series, but who knows? With everything that's going on, we may get a chance to see her in the future, rather sooner than later, right? Now, the average sale for CGC 9.8 of this book is $825, while the average sale for a raw copy is about $188. There's been 8 raw copies that have sold and 10 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 18 copies of this particular book that has changed hands on the secondary market. Now, the highest known sale was back on January 14th of 2022, where CGC 9.8 of this book sold for $1,100, ladies and gentlemen. So from then to now, I still think it's a perfect opportunity to get your hands on this book if you're interested. The fair market value of this book is resting at $188, and that's for a near mint raw copy in any condition between 9.0 to like a 9.4, you know. So you could probably get that for about 188 bucks. All right. So if you're in the market, keep your eye out on this book because it's moving. Coming in at number 6, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, coming in at number 6. This book is coming from Dark Horse. A Troubled Past, A Haunted Future. Listen, this one is for all my Star Wars fans. And this is Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic. Issue number 9. Yes. All right. Now, the key factor to this book is it is the first appearance of Darth Raven. All right. I know you guys know who that is. So, last recorded sale for this book was on August 24th of 2022, where a CGC 9.8 of this particular book sold for $850. This book is currently trending upward at 0.11%, 0.11%. And the average sale for CGC 9.8 is $861. Now, the average sale for a raw copy of this book is about $280, and that's for anything from like a 9.0 to like a 9.4, all right, in near mint condition, but raw. There has been 244 raw copies of this book that have sold, and there's been 135 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 379 copies of this book that is moving on the secondary market. All right, so back in August 25th of 2020, a CGC 9.8 of this book sold for $2,500. Yes. Dark Horse, ladies and gentlemen, Star Wars, $2,500 for a CGC 9.8. Still not bad. All right. Now, fair market value has this book resting at $280 for the most common raw copy, which will run you, you know, in that near mint to, like I said, that near mint raw condition. All right. So keep your eye out on this book if you're interested. Now, we got some DC goodness, ladies and gentlemen. We had to put DC on the list. We can't go nowhere without DC. DC is part of the big family. All right, so we had to bring them with us. Now, coming in at number 5, this book was released on August 5th of 1993. And ever since Lady Gaga got confirmed to play Harley Quinn, this book has been going crazy on the secondary market. And I'm talking about The Batman Adventures, issue number 12. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the first appearance of Harley Quinn. Now, a CGC 9.6 sold on August 24th of 2022 for $1,100. But this book is currently trending upward right now at 0.46%, which means it's definitely moving. And I anticipate this book gonna increase in sales as we get closer and closer to that movie dropping, to that movie coming out anyway. So just keep your eye on this book because I anticipate these sales increasing a lot higher than 0.46%. So there's going to be more movement. The average sale for a CGC 9.6 is $1,073, while the average sale for a near mint raw copy of this book is about $760. There's been 889 raw copies that have sold, and there's been 1,035 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 889 copies of this particular book that has changed hands on the secondary market. Now, back on May 10th of 2022, the highest known sale for a CGC 9.8 was $5,625, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, $5,625 for a CGC 9.8 of the Batman Adventures issue number 12, first appearance of Harley Quinn. Now, fair market value has this book resting at $760 for that raw near mint copy. All right? So if you're interested in this book, keep your eye on it, because these numbers I anticipate they're going to go up. So just keep your eye on it. And the first time you see it take a dip, do what you got to do, because that's what I'm waiting on. And shout out to my boy Eddie, just got back into collecting. Homie, have fun, enjoy the hobby, man. No pressure, just enjoy it, because the moment you stop enjoying it, it's time to stop. All right, have fun, respect. Listen, coming in at number 4, this book was published by Marvel. It was released on May 1st, 1962. The title of this book is The Incredible Hulk, issue number 2, the regular edition. Now, here's some transparency. I was very surprised when I found this book, right? Because you hear everybody talk about all the other Hulk books, but you never hear them talk about this book. They talk about, you know, Hulk 181, Hulk 180, Hulk 180, Hulk 181. Like, you hear it all the time. But you very seldom hear people talk about those first few issues of the Hulk. Now, and the key factor to this book is, it is the first appearance of Green Hulk. I know, right? I can just hear y'all getting at me in the comics now. What do you mean? This book came out over here. All right, but look, that's what my information is telling me. It's the first appearance of the Green Hulk. And I was actually surprised and very, very excited to hear that, right? So, let's talk numbers. The last recorded sale for this book was on August 24th of 2022, where CGC 4.0 of this book sold for $3,550, ladies and gentlemen. This book is currently trending upward also at 0.11%. Now, the CGC 4.0 average sale for this book is $3,567, while the average sale for a raw copy is about $1,005, and that's for a book in just fair to poor condition, right? Yeah, but it's still, you know, low grade is better than no grade. It's just, you know, how do you feel about what you put in your collection? I feel great. Not all my books are 9/8. They're not all slabs, and they're definitely not all in near mint condition. But guess what? They're my books, and I love them. Now, mind you, with that being said, I don't have any with like missing covers and things of that nature. But I listen. But if I wanted it, I'd buy it and I'd be proud of it. Low grade is better than no grade. All right. So there has been 79 raw copies of this book that have sold and 181 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 260 copies of this particular book that has changed hands on the secondary market. Now, back on October 8th of 2013, the highest known sale back then was for CGC 9.6, where that book sold for $47,000, ladies and gentlemen, for The Incredible Hulk, issue number 2, regular edition, first appearance of the Green Hulk. Whew, man, what I wouldn't give to see that book in person, man. Just to be able to hold it, right? Fair market value has this book resting at $1,005 for the most common grade of a raw copy, which is anywhere from fair to poor condition. So just to be able to hold that fragile piece of history in your hand, man, that would send chills down my back, bro. All right, so keep your eye out on the Incredible Hulk, issue number 2, first appearance of the Green Hulk, because it's on the move, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not the only one who knows about this book. All right, now we've made it. We've made it to the top 3 hottest comic books on the secondary market. All right. Before I go any further, allow me, please, to stop and take this time to thank each and every one of you for checking out the channel. Thank you for all your support. Thank you guys for all your encouraging comments, man. I really enjoyed chopping it up with a lot of you in there. We just did a giveaway. And just as a reminder, we're looking for Maddie. Maddie, hit me up so we can get that book out to you, all right? I need to get your information. Hit me up on c.3.comics, and I'll get that right out to you. I want to get both books out tomorrow. So if the sooner you hit me, the sooner I'll put it in the mail, all right? Now, and if this is your first time stopping by, checking out the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you guys what I picked up for New Comic Book Day, all right? So I appreciate you. I won't forget you, and I enjoy what I do because you guys give me the fuel and the desire to keep doing what I do, which is, I enjoy sharing my hobby with you guys. I enjoy sharing comics. I enjoy sharing the information. It's just what I do, man. Like, and I get a big kick out of it. I get a big thrill out of it. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you guys for making this channel what it is, because I know I couldn't do it without you. All right. All right, enough with the. All right, let's get back to business. I told you, good vibes only. Oh man, yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming in at number 3. This book was published by Marvel. It's another Fantastic Four book. It is Fantastic Four issue number 5. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the first appearance of Doctor Doom. It was released on April 10th of 1962. Now, the average sale for a graded copy of this book in the 3.5 is going for $8,400. The last recorded sale was on August 20th of 2022, where a CGC 1.5, which is in good condition, went for $5,555. This book is currently trending upward at 0.4%. All right? Now, the average sale for a raw copy of this book is $3,976. And that is also in good condition. All right? There's been 107 raw copies that have sold, but there's been 366 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 473 copies of this particular book that has changed hands on the secondary market. The highest known sale for CGC 9.4 was back on June 16th of 2022, where that book sold for $162,000, ladies and gentlemen. Holy smokes. Yes, $162,000. Fair market value has this book resting at $3,976 for the most common grade of that 1.5, which is good condition. All right? So, keep your eye out on this book because it's on the move. First appearance of Doctor Doom. It is a must-have for the collection, and I know it's a grail for many. All right? So, now may be the perfect time to strike. Keep your eye out on this book. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming in at number 2, we've got some Silver Age goodness. This book was released on June 5th, 1962. It was published by Marvel. And the title of this book is Journey into Mystery, issue number 83. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the origin and first appearance of Thor, Dr. Don Blake. Yes, remember with the cane? Yeah, man. Exactly. How many of you guys remember Thor? Remember Thor was the doctor? He used to have the cane, tap the cane on the ground, bam, and it all happened. Yeah. Yo, I remember. Yeah, I loved it. Dope. Now, listen. Last recorded sale was on August 24th of 2022, where a raw copy of this book sold for $6,000, ladies and gentlemen. This book is currently trending down right now. Perfect time. Strike while the iron is cold, right? Now, even though the last book sold for $6,000, it's still trending down. So there's opportunity here. All right, it's trending down at 0.18%. The average sale for a CGC 4.0 is about $11,700, and the average sale for a raw copy of this book is $3,446, which may appear to be still a little steep, but still obtainable. And that's what I like about this book. That's why I had to put it on the list, because these are grails, and these books don't, not often how do I say it? These are very difficult books to obtain. So when you see opportunity to get these books, you got to get them, right? So, I mean, sometimes you just got to pull the trigger. You got to go ahead and bite the bullet and pull, right? So there has been 59 raw copies that have sold, but get this, it seems like everyone's going after those graded copies, because in this book, you want that book in a graded copy, right? So there's been 377 graded copies of this book that have sold, giving us a total of 436 copies of this book that has changed hands on the secondary market. Now, back in April of 2022, the highest sell for CGC 9.4, holy smokes, Batman, was $432,000. Yes, that's what I'm saying. So when the opportunity presents itself for you to get your hands on this book, you can't hesitate. Journey into Mystery, issue number 83, is a must-have book, right? So if this is your time, walk into the present. Walk into the present. Claim your grail. All right? Fair market value has this book resting at $3,446 for the most common grade, which is probably in fair or poor condition. But like I say, low grade is better than no grade. And you can't beat that. Listen, I'll take a 1.0 in this book all day, every day. Facts. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Coming in at number one, the number one hottest book of the week on the secondary market is none other than Bronze Age goodness, The Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 129, first appearance of the Punisher. Woo woo! Yes, sir. All right. Now, this book was published on February 1st, 1974. Last recorded sale was on August 24th of 2022, where a raw copy of this book, which was possibly in near mint condition, also sold for $6,034, right? This book is currently trending upward, ladies and gentlemen, at 8.18%. The average sale for a CGC 8.0 in this book is $2,686, while the average sale for a raw copy is $1,403, and that's for a book in very good condition. There's been 1,229 raw copies that have sold, 1,651 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 2,880 copies of this particular book that has changed hands on the secondary market. All right, now, the highest known sale for this book was back in June 17th of 2022, where CGC 9.8 sold for $43,200, ladies and gentlemen. All right? $43,200 for a CGC 9.8 of The Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 129. Now, fair market value has this book resting at $1,403 for that most common grade, which is probably in very good condition. All right? Yes. So, if you are interested in Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 129, keep your eye out on this book because it's on the move. All right? So, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I have given you your list. Execute, but be safe in doing so. Remember, never jump out of the airplane without your parachute. FOMO is real, but you don't have to fear missing out because these books always circle back around. So if you can't afford them today, you'll probably be able to afford them tomorrow. There's no need for you to get your lights cut off, and there's no need for your car to get repoed just so you can add a comic book to your collection and you can say, oh, I got that book. All right? So, just be patient. All right? Be wise. Be patient. And it'll all work out for you. All right? So, I appreciate everybody stopping by, checking out the channel. But look, before we go, I want to share with you guys what I picked up for New Comic Book Day. All right? We take a swig. That was more like a gulp. I got my bag of goodies. Now, all of them are not bag and boarded, so don't judge me. We're gonna start off and work our way down. We've got Gunslinger Spawn, issue number 11. Really enjoying this series. Got Farmhand. This is issue number 20. Rob Guillory. This has been awesome all the way through, man. Highly recommend read this book. Batman White Knight presents Red Hood, and this is book number 2. We have Action Comics, issue number 1046. It's that Lee Brahimo cover. It's beautiful artwork. Look at that. Stunning, man. Beautiful. That was strictly a cover buy for me. Yeah, that's strictly a cover buy for me. We have Carnage, issue number 5. We have Beyond Amazing Spider-Man, Miles Morales Spider-Man, issue number 41. Love Miles Morales. Can't wait to find out what's going on with Billy Morales, the Spider Slayer. And I grabbed another copy for Spits and Giggles. Looking forward to reading Damage Control, issue number 1. I've got Harley Quinn, issue number 21, the Killing Joke variant. I think I might have just about like every variant of the Killing Joke now. Here's one I was happy to get my hands on. This is a twofer. I got Detective Comics, issue number 27, the facsimile, and it's a yellow cover. You know I love my yellow covers. Yes, for those of you who follow the channel, you guys know how I feel about my yellow covers, right? So I grabbed another copy of that because I got to read it. I've never read that book, so I have to read it. I'm going to read that facsimile. Because, you know, it has to be just as good. I'm anticipating it being just as good as that Amazing Spider-Man annual, issue number 1 that I just read, man. Like, the writing back then, man, was phenomenal. With the narrator involved and everything, man. That's super dope. We need to get back to that type of writing. I have Star Wars, Darth Vader, Into the Sand. This is issue number 26. I have Action Comics issue number 1046, Forged by Steel. Gonna be reading that one too. That's probably the one I'm gonna read as soon as I'm done doing this video for us. Here's another Carnage, issue number 5. I grabbed a couple of those. I believe, yep, I'm hearing that there's first appearance in there. I'll read it, figure it out. Another book I'm interested in reading, this is Olympus Rebirth, issue number 1. It's a one-shot. I like reading different stuff. Like, I like reading off crazy stuff. So this was on the shelf, so I grabbed it. There's another copy of Star Wars issue number 26, really heating up out there on the secondary market. I paid $9.99 for it. It was on the shelf. Is that it? All right, ladies and gentlemen, and that's it. Bleep, bleep, bleep. That's all, folks. All right, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I got to get out of here. All right, I'll let you go because I know you got other things to do than sit around and look at me all day. But I appreciate you. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And you know what I always say, don't hate, congratulate. Show some love because that don't cost you nothing. Appreciate. But no matter what you do, ladies and gentlemen, when you see me, always keep it comics. See you next video.